Mora's Compelling Adventures, a Sumatran Orangutan. Written and illustrated by Ernie J M Page. Mora lives in the rainforest of North Sumatra, Bukit Lawang, with her mummy and other orangutans. She is a cheerful and playful orangutan. Living in this jungle is amazing. It is beautiful, very green, and so fresh. To her, every day is enjoyable and fun. Mora's mom, Tyre, has been teaching Mora how to swing from one tree to another. Mora loves swinging. She can swing all day long. Swinging is Mora's favorite thing to do besides eating yellow bananas, red ramutans, and drinking milk. Mora wants to be like her mommy one day. She thinks her mommy is the cleverest orangutan in the jungle. She is super strong, she can swing very fast, and even knows where to get the nicest food. Mora's mom can also open durians, spiky fruits. Durians can hurt you if you don't know how to open them, but Mora's mom can do the job easily with her teeth and fingers. Every day, Mora asks her mommy, "Can you teach me how to open durians, pretty please?" Every day, her mother replies, "Yes, I will, one day when you are older." Mora cannot wait until she is older. Even though she likes bananas and rambutans better than durians, she really wants to be able to open those spiky fruits. Mora makes new friends and they like playing together. She always looks forward to seeing them every morning when she wakes up. She and her friends love having new adventures. Yesterday, they went to the Bahoric River not too far from their home to play. Her mommy let her go for the first time. Tyre only watched from a distance. "You can go now, but you have to be very careful," ordered Tyre. "Yes, I will, Mommy," answered Mora excitedly. At the river, Mora and her friends Uli and Arta played together. They enjoyed laughing and splashing each other. Mora saw a vine and immediately reached out and swung upside down. Arta stood up in the water and danced. Uli couldn't stop laughing to see her friends. They all really had a lot of fun. Meanwhile, Mora's mom carried on checking around the river to make sure there were no crocodiles. The next morning, Mora was still a bit sleepy, so when she heard a noise, she couldn't help but feeling startled. It was a noise she had never heard before. She looked at her mommy and asked, "What's that?" Her mommy looked a bit concerned. She replied, "I don't know anything anymore, my dear. All I know is we have to be very careful." Later, they learned the noises were from chainsaw machines. People were cutting the trees down around their jungle home to sell the logs. It's illegal logging. It was a frightening scene for the orangutans. The trees where they lived were being cut down. It was ruining their habitat. All this just so they can open a huge palm oil plantation. Mora saw tears coming down from her mummy's eyes. She was very sad, so she went to her mummy's lap for cuddles. Since that day, the jungle was so gloomy. All the orangutans were distressed. Nobody knew what was going to happen to their home. Every day the orangutans could hear machines and people talking. Other animals in the jungle were also feeling uneasy. Birds were making sharp, piercing alarm calls as if they could feel they were in danger. They flew around crazily. Bats, monkeys, tigers, and elephants, sun bears, and all the other animals in the jungle felt threatened. Something bad was going to happen. One morning, Mora's mother woke her up urgently. "Mora, wake up. We have to save ourselves," said her mummy. Mora shivered. With a troubled look, Mora asked, "Why, Mummy?" "Come on, quick, cling to me." "We haven't got much time," ordered her mummy. With Mora clinging onto her, Tyre swung swiftly from tree to tree. Mora could feel her mother's fear. She didn't know what to do except to cling onto her. She could see all the other orangutans and the rest of the inhabitants of the jungle trying to save themselves. Smoke was everywhere, and Mora couldn't stand it. She coughed and coughed frantically. The jungle was full of noises, all in fear. It was unbearable. It was a nightmare. Hand in hand, all the orangutans tried their best to help each other. They kept swinging and running all night long and for the next day and the next day until they reached a safer place. Though they tried to rescue as many as they could, sadly, some lives were lost. 3 of them were burnt and 10 were injured. Mora was scared. She cried. She asked her mommy nervously, "Are we safe now?" Her mommy calmed her down and said, "Yes, we are safe for now. Look, Arta and Uli, they are also safe." Excitedly, Mora climbed down from her mummy's lap and walked to her friends and rewarded them with big fat hugs. She felt relieved. The orangutans were brought to an orangutan conservation center and treated with care. Eventually, their injuries were healed and they were released back into the jungle. Mora and her mommy were happy once more, but they were still concerned that such a thing would happen again. Cut the trees and burnt and jungled were taken to court and sentenced to jail for many, many years. The Orangutan Conservation Center continues to protest the illegal logging and jungle burning to the government to save orangutans. Save critically endangered orangutans.